The mystery of the lost colony of Roanoke remains one of the most enduring enigmas in American history. It began in the late 16th century, during a period when England was eager to establish a foothold in the New World, partly to expand its empire and partly to challenge the dominance of Spain. In 1584, Sir Walter Raleigh, under a charter from Queen Elizabeth I, sponsored an expedition to explore the coast of North America. The expedition discovered Roanoke Island, located in what is now North Carolina, and found it suitable for settlement. Encouraged by these findings, Raleigh organized a colonization effort. In 1585, a group of men led by Ralph Lane established the first English settlement on Roanoke Island. However, harsh conditions, food shortages, and poor relations with the local Native American tribes made life difficult. After less than a year, the colony was abandoned, and the settlers returned to England with Sir Francis Drake. Undeterred, Raleigh sponsored a second attempt. In 1587, a new group of approximately 115 settlers, including women and children, set out for Roanoke. This group was led by John White, who was appointed governor of the colony. Among the settlers was White's daughter, Eleanor Dare, who gave birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. Upon arrival, the colonists discovered that the previous fort had been dismantled. Nevertheless, they began rebuilding and preparing for life in the New World. But the colony quickly faced challenges. Supplies were low, and relations with the native tribes were strained. At the urging of the settlers, John White returned to England later that year to gather supplies and reinforcements. Unfortunately, White's return was delayed due to the outbreak of the Anglo-Spanish War. All English ships were conscripted for defense against the Spanish Armada, and it wasn't until 1590, 3 years later, that White was able to return to Roanoke. When he arrived, he found the settlement deserted. The houses and fortifications had been dismantled, not destroyed, suggesting an organized departure. There were no signs of a struggle or battle. The only clue was the word, CROATOAN, carved into a post, and the letters, CRO, etched into a nearby tree. White interpreted, CROATOAN, is a possible reference to Croatoan Island, present-day Hatteras Island, home to a friendly Native American tribe. He intended to search for the colonists there, but severe weather and other difficulties prevented the expedition from continuing. White never saw his daughter or granddaughter again. Over the centuries, many theories have emerged about what happened to the lost colonists. Some believe they assimilated with local tribes, especially the Croatan or other friendly groups. Others suspect they may have been attacked and killed by hostile tribes or Spanish forces. Archaeological discoveries have occasionally hinted at contact between the colonists and Native Americans, but definitive evidence remains elusive. Despite numerous investigations and excavations, the fate of the Roanoke colonists remains unknown. The only legacy they left behind was a carved word and an enduring mystery. The lost colony of Roanoke remains a haunting chapter in the early history of America, a symbol of exploration, hope, and the unforgiving reality of survival in a new world.